Now he's found himself in quite a predicament right here on the mound, Gary.
And he's trying to gather his thoughts right now as he attempts to figure out what he wants to do and keep that lead.
Gary, the offense finally
Clobbers this ball. A soaring drive deep left center field. Goodbye home run. That's a Jays homer to tie it up. They were down by 3. Just like that, a 3-run homer.
Well, Gary, the Blue Jays find themselves in a tie game now after all of this offense. One more big hit here, and they can take the lead.
And here's the first one. Swing and a soft grounder towards second. Guthrie throws to first. He's retired. That's 2 down.
I've got a moment to see how the Blue Jays are doing this year rank-wise in the American League. First in batting average, first in hits, and they're also the #1 team.
He sends this one in the air towards center. And that one's put away to retire the side. They come up with 3 runs here. And if you just joined us, our broadcast of Major League Baseball on 2K Sports with John Kruk and Steve Phillips. I'm Gary Thorne. And let's take a look as Freeze stands in to hit. A win in their last contest for the Jays. Now in the third of this 3-game set, they'll try to go for the sweep against Detroit. Got a tie ball game here, so you got to be ready to react. So they've got both the righty and lefty throwing.
And I suspect the manager's going to use both of them to be able to handle the situations and matchups through the rest of the inning.
Huller will be their new pitcher. He'll be relieving for the Blue Jays now. Fastball swung out and missed, struck him out, 1 away.
I'll tell you what, you get a fastball up over triple digits. It's an absolute blur to the hitter. It gets on him so quickly, there's about nothing he can do with it.
Felix is the batter. Singled and scored his last time around. Hit in the air to left center. That one's gloved.
And a chance now to see where the Tigers sit in the American League rankings. Second in stolen bases, third in walks, and an offense that's in the top 10 in triples. That ability to drive the ball into the gaps is a real asset for a club, but also that speed and aggressiveness to turn them into triples.
And it's Chamberlain batting. He homered back in inning number 2. Lays off the curveball. Good pitch, though. 1-1.
Now, big break on this curveball. He starts it in the strike zone, but it falls right out of the zone. Good eye by the hitter not to chase it.
Good-looking fastball. Called the ball, though. 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fastball on the block. He doesn't get the call, though, and it's 3-1.
Well, you've got to be careful right here. Look, you're down in the count 3-1. You just can't throw something in there and hope he gets himself out. This guy's too dangerous for that.
Ground ball towards the second baseman. De Jesus throws to first. Side is retired. No runs, no hits, no one left on. And it'll be the Blue Jays coming right up.
Now, Gary, we've had quite a game leading up to this moment, and this could be the defining moment.
One of the league's best players. This is right where you want him. Last inning, he has a chance to be the go-ahead.
Gary, a bit of a stare down between these two right here, trying to get into each other's head a little bit. They know a home run changes the game.
There's a smash towards the hole. 1 away. Collier has the turn in the box. Not looking last time. And the first pitch. Liner towards the hole, and he boots it. But he recovers in time, makes the play. Good work. It's Cologne at the plate. He homered early. He's going to lead off the home half of the ninth inning. Let's that breaking ball go outside for ball one. One 0 on the way. Fastball just misses, and he falls behind 2-0. Duckworth called on to do the hurling now as they make the pitching swap.
Well, going to the bullpen right here. That's his chess move. Let's see if it's checkmate.
The 2-1 offering. Slider misses, and it's now 3-1.
When you throw a breaking ball like this, you want to start it on the corner and break it off the zone, trying to get the hitter to chase. The hitter didn't take the bait here.
And he's out at first. What an out. He makes a terrific play and a fine throw.
Well, this should have been a base hit. The hitter thought the ball was going through, but a tremendous effort keeping it in the infield and getting the out.
Costa settles in. He walked and later scored his last time through. First pitch on the way. That's on that off-speed pitch, but can't connect. 0-1. Good hard slider that time. He's in control in the count now. 0-2. On the way. Cutter thought he had him, but it's 1-2.
We're going with the cut fastball in the inside corner here. He tries to bust him in on the hands, but the ball runs back, just misses the corner.
Fastball in there, struck him out number 2.
Well, K-Cam's going to show us the four-seam fastball here.
Well, he'll get the batter looking at this one. What a nice pitch, low and away in the strike zone.
And he's going to take a slow walk back, trying to figure out what happened in that at bat.
Not a good feeling.
Guthrie at the plate. He tripled home a couple in his last at bat. Trying to get down the bunt right there, but he missed it for a strike. The pitch. Can't catch up with that swing, and a miss, and it's now 0-2. Curveball, that tied him up in knots. Swung on and missed. Side retired. 3 up, 3 down this half inning. Extra innings coming up here in Detroit. We've got the top of the order coming up. And if you are just coming on board, Gary Thorne, Steve Phillips, John Kruk. We bring you Major League Baseball here on 2K Sports. Anaga in the box now. He'll be leading off inning number 10 for us now. Guthrie. And his throw is in time for out number 1.
Quite a showdown coming right here, Gary.
Top half of this extra inning, and this is where these battles between hitters and pitchers become very intense.
If you talk to both of these managers, Gary, they'd say, I want this pitcher on the mound, and the other would say, I want this hitter at the plate.
Took something off, and it swung on and missed. 0-1.
A great changeup right there. You see how far out in front of it he is?
This one swung on and driven hard. Out number 2.
Well, Gary, he's pitching well right now. And that's 7 straight that he's retired. He is really locked in.
Moulin is the batter. He doubled and later scored in his last go-around. There's a swing and a ball hit deep, high in the air to right field. And gone, a home run. That could be the game winner. And that homer couldn't have come at a better time for them. Clutch hitting and a 1-run lead.
Blue Jays offense getting it done right now. They take the lead, getting the big hits that they want, Gary.
Here's the first pitch. Swing and a ball hit high and deep to left field. That ball is way back there. Goodbye, home run. And now the lead is up to 2. The solo home run, a bit of a padding.
All right, now Toronto's got to be pretty darn happy with their offensive approach.
Here's the first pitch. Hit sharply towards the hole. And he throws on to first. That'll retire the side. So they get the long ball working as they have 2. Callaway at the plate now. Took a called 3rd strike in his last time up. And starts him out here. Starts him off with a cut fastball inside. 1-0.
He tries to sneak that cutter down and in. Just didn't quite catch the plate.
This one's grounded meekly to first. And that's out number 1, stepping in the bag. Hermanson at the plate, wearing the collar thus far. Contreras gets the call to come in and take the baseball. He comes in to close for Toronto.
Well, they're not going to mess around anymore. In extra innings, when you have a lead, you bring in your closer. Here he comes.
First pitch was a strike, 0-1 now. Ground ball headed for the middle. On to first, that's out number 2. Cordova up at the plate. He flew out his last time up. Guidry will be the new pitcher as Toronto brings him into close.
This is where the manager earns his money. Let's see if this move pays off.
Just missed with the fastball, 1-0. Called strike on the outside corner. It's 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Hit on the ground. This could be the end. And makes its way through. The tying run will come to bat.
Well, late in the game and you're behind by a few runs, you're going to need base runners, and a 2-out base hit right here. This team needs to string a few more together if they want to try to tie this one up.
And let's take a look as Freese stands in to hit. He's had 1 hit 4 times up. And the first pitch watches a fastball that's in there, 0-1.
Unless you stay back and really think about going the other way, you've got no chance of hitting that 4-seamer down and away.
Here's a big swing and a miss, 0-2.
Fans are on their feet right now. They know 2 strikes on the hitter. They need to keep this thing going. They picked up a big run in the final inning, Gary, and then held the lead and the visiting team going home happy.
Now a chance for a little recognition here. Let's take a look at our player of the game.
Well, the reason why you put a guy in the cleanup spot in the line is because he's the clutch guy. He's the guy you want up in those big situations. And that's how this game was decided today. He came up and he didn't disappoint, coming up with the big clutch hits to help his team win.
And Steve, they're able to put this one away in the record books. It's a good victory.
Hey, anytime you can go on the road and beat another major league team, you've got to consider yourself fortunate.
And we hope you've enjoyed today's 2K Sports broadcast of Major League Baseball.
Baseball at its best. It's going to be the Toronto Blue Jays as they take on the Baltimore Orioles at Oriole Park. Final week of August, and we should have a good one.
It's Major League Baseball. Welcome to our Sunday night broadcast on 2K Sports. And our starting pitcher for Baltimore, Steve, he's got a focus here. Toronto hitters. What's he thinking about?
Well, pitching's the key to win any ball game, and with their quality right-hander on the mound today, that's going to be a key as well against this outstanding lineup. He's going to have to execute his pitches to get the outs.
Chance now to check the lineup, this time for the Blue Jays. So who are you looking at, John?
Well, Brett Laurie's a guy that made it to the big leagues because of his bat. He's moved around defensively in the minor leagues to some different positions. To me, in my opinion, I think he should stay at third base. That seems to be where he hits the best at.
Descent is batting. He's going to start things off today. Here's the pitch. Took something off, and it swung on and missed. 0-1. Orioles losers last night. Well, you could say they are anti-dustbuster mode. No sweeps. They'll try and grab the third of 3 here against the Blue Jays. He's going to try and test him here. And now we got a chance to take a quick look at how the Orioles will be setting up on defense.
Oh, Gary, in a game like this, they need to play solid defense, especially against a lineup that can put the ball in play like this team can.
We go now to a list of pitching staffs who have been stellar for the last 10 days. State Farm, our leaderboard. The Angels, number 1. Second, the A's. The Blue Jays, 3rd. The Indians, 4th. And the Mariners, 5th.
We take a look at these low ERAs right here. It really points to a philosophy for the organization. Limit the damage. Don't give up the multiple runs in an inning.
A swing, and he crunches this one. Deep right center field. Goodbye, home run, Blue Jays. That puts them up on the board. And so they jump out to the 2-0 lead. Wow, what a great time for a 2-run shot like that.
It's all about offense. When you're behind somebody, you got to get things going. That's what Toronto did there. Blue Jays out in front. Now they're going to look to pad the lead.
Curveball swung on and missed. Now it's 0-1. And we've got offense here in the first inning, just the way they wanted to start this ball game.
Now, the pitching's going to have to settle down here. Now, I know it's early, but you don't want this thing to spiral out of control.
1 down.
I've got a moment to see how the Blue Jays are doing this year rank-wise in the American League. First in batting average, first in hits, and they're also the #1 team in home runs, the most power in the league right now. They have the ability to drive it out of the ballpark better than everybody else.
Guest is the batter now. Here's the delivery. Fastball swung on, can't make contact, and behind on the count 0-2.
Well, that's some kind of pitch, and you set up the target on the outside corner, and he paints the black with it. Awfully tough when you have that kind of location.
And he throws to first in time, out number 2. Anaga up now. Swings at that fastball and misses. 0-1.
Well, you can tell by that approach, he was looking for that fastball. He got it, but still out in front.
Pitch on the way. There's a swing. Fly ball down the line and left. And the side's retired as they head into the dugout. Early scoring, that's always a blessing. They get it going here. Toronto leads it 2-0. And let's glance at Toronto's starter. And as he gets going against these Baltimore hitters, what do you think we're going to see?
Well, a little mismatch in this one right here. One of the best lefties in the game against the lineup that does struggle at times to score runs. So it could be a lopsided ball game.
Oh! A little too eager, and he's behind 0-2.
That's just a great pitch right there. And I mean, that's the hardest pitch for a hitter to try to stay back on. That's why he was out in front of that one.
Oh, tough one to lay off right there, that fastball. 1-2.
Well, that pitch just took off right there and exploded out of the pitcher's hand. Kept it just a little bit inside, though. Tough pitch to hit. Good job by the hitter to lay off.
The 1-2 pitch. Got him. One away.
Now, he helped him right there with 2 strikes. He gets the slider, but he chases it out of the zone for strike 3.
And time for the offensive lineup. Here's a look at what Buck Showalter's done. He deals. And he checks his swing there, but it's in there for a strike, 0-1. Hit sharply towards the hole. And a good throw gets him 2 down. So here's how Toronto will stack up defensively.
I think the key defensively is to just not get too fancy. You don't have to make the razzle-dazzle plays. Get routine outs. Just don't allow them extra base runners or extra outs in the game.
Hit hard on the ground to short. Throws to first in time. That's 3 down. 7 pitches and it's done. That's how you save your arm and go deep into a game. Toronto 2, Baltimore 0. And we're happy to have you here in Baltimore in this clear, beautiful evening at Oriole Park. Take a look at this first pitch delivered and see how he's doing.
Well, Gary, you work behind in the count. You go 1-0.
And this one's up the middle. And he scoops it up. That's 1 out. And they turn the double play. With this break, here are the teams that have been piling up the runs courtesy of State Farm. The Angels, number 1. The Blue Jays in second. The Red Sox third. Grounded out his last time through. 2 down. Runners at first and second. And starts him out here. Fouled off. Foul! The pitch. And that's another foul ball. Foul! Here's a swing and a broken bat ground ball. And he'll step on first to retire the side. So no runs, 2 hits. And Boa settles. In. He'll lead it off here, bottom half of the 4th. Homered back in the first inning. First pitch on the way. And this is bounced foul to the left side. He swings, hits a ball to right field. And that's going to do it in this half inning. So they can't push any across here. And if you were just tuning in, hi, Gary Thorne along with John Kruk, Steve Phillips. We bring you Major League Baseball on 2K Sports. Dallimore gets a shot here. 0 for 1 thus far. Oh! Here's the pitch. Plays off the curveball. Good pitch, though. 1-1. Steve, how about the arm today? How's he performing?
Look, Gary, all outs are not equal. Ground ball outs are better because it keeps it in the infield and lets you guys play behind you. This lefty's getting a lot of those today.
Here's a swing and a miss at a hard slider, even at 2.
Well, he got that slider, and he thought that's where he wanted it. He took a mighty rip at it, but he came up empty.
Swings and grounds this one foul, wide of third. Really nailed that one right through the middle of the infield. Safe at first. He just made it. Already nearing the end of August, and courtesy of State Farm, let's see how the American League wildcard race is matching up. Red Sox in first place. Second place, the Indians. In third place, it's the Yankees. In the 4th spot, it's the Rangers. Twins in the 5th spot. And rounding out the list, the Tigers.
What a great race we have in the American League wild card right now. And the wild card has been so good for baseball because it keeps so many teams in the hunt until the end of the season.
Curveball. Thought he had him, but it's 1-2. Well, it's truly been a tremendous day on the mound for this man. Here's a breakdown of how he's been mixing up his locations, using that to his advantage.
Pretty impressive stuff, the way he's been pounding this strike zone. It's an indication of the performance we're seeing from him. You don't have success without good use of mixing locations.
Swung on and a ground to first. Gets one at second. And there's two, a double play.
A beautiful looking double play right there. A pitcher's best friend.
That shortens the inning, shortens the number of pitches that have to be thrown. It's all about defense.
A chance to take a look at the Baltimore Orioles and how they're ranking in the American League right now. Second in triples, fourth in stolen bases, and they also show up in the top 5 in batting average with runners in scoring position. A real tribute to their patience at the plate. It's about discipline and making the pitcher bring the ball over and then hitting in the clutch.
Strike started off the at-bat 0-1.
Well, if you're going to be late on the fastball, you're going to have trouble hitting up here, and he's struggling right now.
Here's the delivery. Takes a swing, but the off-speed pitch gets by. 1-2. Now, when you put a game together like we've seen here from this pitcher, it only comes with throwing a lot of quality strikes. Here's how. There's a swing and a ground ball. And that is not in time. He's aboard at first.
Well, even though there's 2 outs, you never want to think you're out of an inning. And this guy came up there and hit this ball hard somewhere. He gets on base with that solid hit, and who knows what can happen after that.
Duarte at the plate. He's got one of the best averages in the American League.
Well, he's having some kind of offensive season, Gary, really in the middle of everything this team's doing offensively.
A swing and a fly ball to left center field. And Jesus manages to make that catch. Wow. They pick up no runs on 2 hits and strand 1. Baltimore's still hoping to put something up. Bullen is the batter. Steve, let's take a look at what we've got from the pitcher.
You know, you throw that fastball down, the hitter's got to go down and get it.
Swings, lines this one back up the middle. Streak continues. That gets in. He's going to try to stretch it. So, with nobody out, he's on board. There's more MLB this Thursday. The New York Mets hit the road as they'll be taking on the Phillies in Philadelphia. It's going to get underway at 7 Eastern. Guest at the plate now. He hit into a double play as last time. Swing and a liner to right center. And that's through a base hit. He's on his way to third. Toronto, here's a position to get something done. Opposite field. Hitting. It is a classic piece of baseball.
Especially on that inside.
Swung on, line softly to the right. They take care of that one.
Well, they're down already early in this game. They can't afford a big inning against them. That's a big first out. Now let's see what else you can do.
And in the batter's box, it's Laurie. He singled in his last at bat. It's going to be DeJesus. He's going to come on as a pinch hitter.
With 2 runners on base and a chance for a big inning, they're going to the pinch hitter, trying to see if they can't generate some offense this inning.
There he goes towards second. And he lays one down here. Throw to first, gets him, and there are 2 down. Well, if you're going to sacrifice, that's the pitch you want. Right down the middle of the plate, you got it.
And you need players to execute that. It's not easy when it's coming in there at 95 miles per hour.
Aguila into the batter's box. These at-bats, how's he swinging a liner to left? Gets another one down. That'll score a run. There's the throw. Safe at home plate. He comes around to score. And he'll stop at second base. That'll be a 2-run double.
Excellent base running right there, getting himself into second base. Great read on his part, and I love the aggressiveness.
And you've got to decide what you're going to do in those situations before you ever get to first base. And that's what he did.
And that's what he did. You know what? Aggressive, taking that turn exactly the way he needed to, never missing a beat.
And he's running on the move for third. Taps this one foul off to the left. This one's pretty well hit to deep left center. Diaz to field this one. And that's out number 3. Little warm-up action going in the bullpen. That's a right-hander up. Carvajal is the batter. Now. And in this lineup for this manager, this guy is a key player. Bartlett gets the call to come in and take the baseball as the Blue Jays bring in their reliever.
But Gary, I tell you, I probably would have let this starter go a little bit longer. I mean, better safe than sorry, but why burn the bullpen this early in the game if you don't have to? Save them, keep them fresh, make them right for the end of the game.
He deals. Fastball in there, called third strike, 1 out.
Gary, he threw a 2-seamer. Here's K-Cam.
Now you like doing this as a pitcher when you can place it down and in like that. Boy, that is tough to hit.
Well, it came down and in on him a bit, just caught enough of the strike zone to get the call from the umpire.
This is what the schedule looks like for Toronto. They wrap up the Baltimore series tonight. They'll take on a fellow AL East team, the Yankees, hosting that one. That'll be Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Continuing on, they'll look to add on more victories against the team. Now a swing and a shot toward second. And that's in plenty of time for the out. Boa is batting. He tripled his last time up. And the first pitch. Slider just misses, 1-0.
He tried to backdoor that pitch, but left it out and away.
The 1-0 pitch. And it's fouled away. On the ground to second. Anaga throws on to first in time to retire the side. Well, it was a quick inning right there, 7 pitches. And if you're just joining in, Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Kruk bringing you major. And you know, any great pitching coach will emphasize the importance of mixing up your pitch types. Let's see how this guy's been doing in that regard. He swings and nails a liner, and it gets down. That's hit number 2, making good contact. This a great situation for some offense. Here are some of the hottest pitching staffs in baseball, courtesy of State Farm. Lowest opponent batting average this month. Number 1, the Angels. The A's 2nd. Blue Jays 3rd. The hit in the air to center field. One away. Runners on the move. Olin in the box.
Well, if you can get a start like this every time out from your starting pitcher, you're going to take it. He kept you in the ball game, pitched pretty well, and now turns it over to the bullpen.
He singled and later scored in his last time up. 1 for 2 in the ball game. Swings a little early that time, 0-1. This one has popped up to the left side out of play. And he got good wood up the middle. That's 1. And 2. They pull off the double play. They pick up no runs on 2 hits and strand 1. 7th inning stretch time in Baltimore. And Dobbs settles in. Flew out last time. Here's the first pitch. This one's grounded near third, foul. Grounded up the middle. Anaga. That's 1 away. Here's a look at the standings in the Eastern Division as we head towards September. Looking at the State Farm standings board, it's the Blue Jays in first, Red Sox in second place. In third place, it's the Yankees, Orioles fourth, and it's the Rays in the last slot.
Well, Toronto had so many different ways to win ball games, and that's why they're sitting atop the American League East, because everybody seems to contribute day in and day out.
First pitch he let go by, and it was a ball, 1-0.
Well, that's the pitch you want for the ground ball out. That two-seam fastball at the bottom of the strike zone. Just couldn't quite catch the plate. Good eye by the hitter.
Couldn't hold up on that one, and it's 2-1.
Well, boy, wouldn't you have loved to seen him connect with that one to see how far that would go. Fastball hitter on fastball pitcher, but he came up empty.
2-1 pitch is a slider, taken for a called strike two.
Well, he throws the breaking ball down and in for a strike right there. Even if the hitter puts it in play, it tends to be a ground ball out.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, second out in the inning.
Well, 2 strikes, you have to try to fight off this pitch. You have to think away and adjust in. They went away, but he couldn't make contact.
Dallimore at the plate. He had a single in his last time up. The pitch. Line drive left of the bag and foul. Hut shot towards the hole. He's out at first base. Nice play on the cover.
That's a well-executed play right there, Gary. He hustled over, got to first base, and touched the bag.
Thought he might have had a strikeout there, but he's involved in the out anyway. So they can't figure anything out. And through 7, they remain without a run. Baltimore's still hoping to put something up. Yes, gets a turn here. He's going to lead off here as we go to the 8th. Here's the first pitch. Swings and grounds this one to the right side. Foul. Hit in the air. And another foul ball. Big swing and a miss on a heater. Strike him out, 1 down.
Not much movement to speak of at just 88 miles per hour.
And this is what the schedule looks like for Baltimore. Tonight's game, the last against Toronto. They stay home for another team series, the Chicago White Sox. That series is 4. We'll get another shot after hitting into that double play last time up. And here's the first one. There's a swing, line drive, center field. Makes its way through for a single.
Well, anytime you can get on base with no outs to start an inning, you know that an extra base hit will probably score you. But even if the batter behind you can figure out a way to get on base, now you have the
hit on the ground, and he scoops it up. 1 away.
We want to make sure you at least get an out in this situation, but the runner is able to advance now into scoring position.
Duarte gets a shot here. He flew out his last time up. And it's fouled off. Here's the delivery. Here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. The dive and a spectacular play. This is where having great athleticism in the outfield comes into play.
Well, great athleticism. Speed is a two-way tool. It helps you on the bases, but it also helps you in the outfield.
Time for the State Farm leaderboard. We look at the staffs that have been issuing the fewest base on balls for the month. Number 1, the Angels. The A's 2nd. Blue Jays 3rd. The Indians 4th. And the Mariners 5th.
Well, these teams have a clear understanding that base on balls can come back.
Swung on, hit in the air to right center. This one beyond him. It's going to be extra bases. This one rolls through to the wall. And the run comes in.
But when you turn it over to the pen, the one thing you hope and expect are for them to get outs, not come in and surrender extra base hits. He needs to clamp it down right now.
If you like baseball, you gotta love a situation like this.
You get a feeling watching them, they're feeling comeback fever, Steve, going on here. 0-1 pitch, a fastball, swung on and missed, 0-2.
Well, now within 3 runs in this ballgame, Gary, and you really have to credit this offense. They've been relentless, continuing to put the pressure on inning after inning.
Ended this inning with a nice piece of pitching work as he gets the K. So they score once on 2 hits, 1 man left. Baltimore trying to get back into a position to challenge in this game. For those of you just coming on board, Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Truck bringing you Major League Baseball on 2K Sports. And in the batter's box, it's Burton. He'll start the 9th. Now a swing, pops him up left side of the infield. Able to make the grab on that one, 1 out. It's Cologne at the plate. Try again here, just 1 for 3 thus far. 2 for 3 thus far. And he starts him out. That one swung on, hit in the air to deep right center field. And he's there to retire the side. Well, how about that? Boa is the batter. Ground out victim last time through. Swings, hits this one pretty well. Deep right center. That's 1 down.
2 outs remaining in this game. You're up by 3 runs. I think right now you just want to make plays. Don't walk anybody and catch the ball. Get outs, trade outs for runs.
And Dobbs settles in. Hasn't had much success yet in this game. He's hoping to get something this time. 0-1 count as that started off with a strike. Taps this one foul off to the left. Ooh, just about got him to commit. He doesn't go, though. 1-2. The 1-2 on its way. A bouncing ball to shortstop. Burton out number 2.
One more out to close this one out, Gary, and obviously a successful day, up by 3 and a safe situation. So, obviously looking to try to close this one out and get ready for tomorrow.
Here's a fly ball. Could be it. That's the last out. This ball game is now over.
A tough loss here for this crowd today, but boy, do they see some kind.
As we check out the highlight reel of our player of the game. And Steve, they're able to put this one away in the record books. This is a good. Doesn't. Settles in. Steve, we talk about game-turning situations. This is one of them.
No question about that. Things can change completely right here.
Takes a big hack at that one, but misses. One strike. Was a win last time out for the Yankees, and it's split right now at 1-1, the last of 3 in this series against the Blue Jays. The second for 1, decides not to try for the double play, hangs onto it. So he's aboard after knocking in that run.
Well, a big RBI single right there. And I tell you, anytime you can put that first run on the board, the momentum is in your favor.
RBI chance. Brett Laurie. He'd like to make contact here. And not a lot of expectations here. Just a 1. Oh, and he takes off for second. And he is out trying to take second. Nice way to get things started in this one. The Jays lead it 1-0. And let's glance at Toronto's starter. And Steve, what's he got in his mind now as he pitches against these Yankees?
They got a pretty good right-hander on the mound in this one, but facing this amazing offensive team. So he's got his work cut out for him a little bit, which means he really needs to work ahead in the count. If he falls behind, this is a lineup that can make him pay. He's going to have to be on top of his game to come away with a W.
He homered earlier in the ballgame. 1 out with runners at first and second. First pitch to him. Fastball, swung on and missed. 0-1.
Boy, that's some kind of fastball down in the zone right there. The hitter has.
And Laurie swatted that one. And goodbye, home run. The production for the Jays goes on. Gives his team a 5-run lead now with a big 3-run knock.
All right, now Toronto's got to be pretty darn happy with their offensive approach.
Here's the first pitch. Swings, lines this one back up the middle, and that's going to be another hit for them. He's going to try and test him here. And even though they're losing in this ball game, they're going to keep that pen active. They've got both the right and left-hander out.
Well, you have to go to the bullpen to stop the bleeding so you don't give up any more runs and give your offense a chance to come back.
And Atkins settles in. Ground out victim last time through. And it's through into the gap. Should be extra bases. And he's going to try for it. He's in there. Wow, tremendous hustle all the way from first.
They're just teeing off right now. 4 straight hits, and clearly this offense is locked in.
Cologne at the plate.
I'm sure they didn't set out thinking, hey, let's pitch all our bullpen guys this early in the game. What do you think, Gary? I don't know. They need this guy to hold down the fort and see if he can't give them some innings.
And the offense here is putting on the show right now. There's a swing and a drive, deep right field. Out number 2. Atkins towards third base. Let's check out the American League wildcard race brought to you by State Farm. We're here in the home stretch of the season, first week of September. Red Sox in first place. In second place, the Yankees. Third place goes to the Indians. In the fourth spot, it's the Rangers. Fifth, the Twins. Grounded up the middle, Albers. Throws to first in time. That's 3 down. So they add a 4th spot here to extend their lead even further. And Gravo settles in. Mixing your pitch types, key to performance like the one we're seeing today on the mound. Here's a look at what he's been doing.
Well, he's done exactly that. He's changed speeds. He's mixed up all his pitches. And the great thing is he's throwing them all for strikes.
It's unpredictability. The hitters can't think along with him. They don't know what he's going to.
Swinging and a high drive. That's to deep right center field. And he drops back to the warning track to pull it in. Bruto has a turn in the box. No hits for him in the ball game. He has struck out twice against Heilman.
You know, I'm not sure what he was thinking last time up. He just took the 4-seamer for strike 3. You've got to look.
Up the middle it goes. And he boots it. But he stays with it. Gets the out. That's how you do it.
A lot of tough teams in the American League. Let's take a look at where the Yankees sit right now in the rankings. Second in home runs, second in slugging percentage, and they're ranked 3rd in batting average. Really a tribute to the depth of this lineup, the ability for all of these guys to put the ball in play.
Here's the pitch. Slider stays inside. 1 ball, no strikes.
This guy's got a great slider, Gary. And when he's got control of it and can locate it where he wants, it's almost unfair to the hitter.
2 balls, no strikes. Steve, talking about that pitch and how unfair it is, we'll know how good it is by the number of bats he saws off.
Well, he gets so many swings and misses, too, where guys just can't center that ball. So he gets
swing and a bouncing ball up the middle. And Atkins in position. Throws to first, side is retired.
An outstanding effort so far in this one. 6 shutout innings, making pitches when he needs to. Defense helping him behind him. An outstanding team effort so far.
The Yankees unable to get on the board. Batters 2 through 4 coming right up. It's going to be DeJesus. He'll lead off the 7th. Here's the first pitch. And that one fouled off by DeJesus. Second pitch, waves at the fastball, and suddenly it's strike 2. Thought he could make a play there, but it didn't happen. A high pop-up. 1 away. And a quick look at how the Yankees' schedule is shaping up. They wrap up the series with Toronto today. They'll have tomorrow off to stay home for another team series, the Baltimore Orioles. That's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Following that, a division swung on line to right center field. It's caught. Epps is the batter now. 0 for 2 thus far. The pitch. Hit that one right back up the middle. And he throws on to first. That'll retire the side. Let's go. Ciafrone up now. Steve, let's take a look at his pitching performance.
You know, Gary, location means everything, and he's going with a heater. He's not trying to fool him, but he's keeping the ball down, and he's getting him to do what he wants. It's pounded into the ground.
This one's grounded foul. Wide to first. Here's the delivery. A shot up the middle, picked up by Atkins. And he throws on to first for the out, put away.
Well, he's pitching with a lot of confidence out there right now and been very efficient with his stuff. A hard guy to beat when he's locked in, and he's clearly locked in today.
D'Amico gets a shot here. Grounded out his last time through. Hit in the air. This one's going well into the stands, off to the right. Oh! Oh! That misses for a ball.
He's really only held him to 2 hits so far today, Gary. So he's been on top of his game out there. He's made it look easy, and you know it could possibly be a day the bullpen doesn't have to get used and can get some rest.
The pitch. And that's another foul ball.
Well, anytime you're behind in the count, you just want to try to spread out and try to put the ball in play. And that's what he did right there. He didn't put it in play, though, but he kept it foul to keep the at-bat alive.
A swing and a foul off to the right side. That misses. Ball 2. Well, it's truly been a tremendous day on the mound for this man. Here's a breakdown of how he's been mixing up his locations, using that to his advantage.
You know, we've seen him move the ball around effectively in the strike zone. That unpredictability is keeping the hitters off balance.
And no doubt, Steve, he's got inside, outside, high and low. This is the kind of game he wanted to come and pitch today.
Heiner is the batter. 0 for 2 thus far. Smash towards the middle. Anaga throws on to first. Side is retired.
No, he's absolutely mowing them down here today, Gary, and they haven't been able to muster.
And if you are just coming on board, Gary Thorne, Steve Phillips, John Kruk, as we bring you Major League Baseball here on 2K Sports. Descent settling in. He's going to lead off here as we go to the 8th. And the 8th inning starts with a strike.
The hardest pitch to hit a home run on is that sinker ball. Why he's swinging that hard, who knows?
Swing and a miss on the sinker. One away.
He threw the sinker ball out of the zone. He got the hitter to chase it for a strikeout. You need better plate discipline than that.
Had a home run back in the 6th. Slider swung on and missed. Oh. Here it comes. And that misses for a ball.
He tried to backdoor that pitch, but left it out and away.
This one has popped up to the left side out of play. One-two pitch coming. There's a ground ball. Albers. Now it's 2 down.
I've got a moment to see how the Blue Jays are doing this year rank-wise in the American League. First in batting average, first in hit. They're also the #1 team in home runs, the most power in the league right now. They have the ability to drive it out of the ballpark better than everybody else.
And in the batter's box, it's Arias. He'll grab a bat and hit here. Throws in time to first. What a play. And they aren't able to get anything going in this half inning. 3 up, 3 away. And the Yankees. And we've got Godfrey batting. Well, when you put a game together like we've seen here from this pitcher, it only comes with throwing a lot of quality strikes. Here's how he's getting it done.
When you're pitching as well as he has, you got the confidence factor on your side. We've seen him stay out of the middle of the plate, and that's important.
Well, their plan coming into this game to attack this lineup is really paying off right now. They can't.
Swinging a soft grounder towards second. And Atkins in position. Over to first for out number one. Right now we have the teams doing their best to get on base, courtesy of State Farm. Number one, the Blue Jays. The Red Sox second. In third, the Angels. The Yankees fourth. And we've got the Twins, who are number 5.
A great match.
Liner towards the hole. That's the second out. Fox is up now. 1 for 2 in the ballgame. First pitch on the way. And Contreras gets him to go after it. That'll be a strike. Swing and a miss at that fastball. No balls, 2 strikes. Slider called strike 3. Side is retired. They're held in check yet again. Scoreless through 8 innings. No runs yet for the Yankees. And Atkins settles in. Double homer run in his last at bat.
Well, this is a good move right here. You're bringing in the better defensive player. Defense helps you win games.
French. 1 away.
He's got everything working for him right now. Every pitch he's throwing for.
Now the first pitch. There's a swing and a liner towards the gap in left field. This one into the gap, rolling towards the wall. He's on his way to the plate. And he will score. Great base running.
They just keep adding to the lead right now. That ought to be enough to carry him through the bottom half of the inning, I think.
Poulin at the plate now. Smash towards the hole. Graybo throws on to first in time to retire the side. So they score once on 2 hits, 1 man left. Toronto still. And Graybo settles in. He flew out his last time up. Contreras sets and throws. Swung on and a grounder to first. And he gets there in time, and that will be an infield single. And he throws it away. Trudeau in the box. He'll be seeking his first hit of the game. Not a lot of luck so far. And here's the first one. Ground ball to short. He picks it up. Atkins, there's 1. Back to first, not in time. Not quick enough on the relay.
Well, they get the lead runner at second, but they just couldn't turn 2. I know they wanted to.
Carson batting now. He bounced out his last time. Strike started off the at-bat 0-1. Contreras sets and throws. Called strike, and it's 0-2. And he looks at a called third strike on the slider, 2 down.
Good movement, 89 miles per hour. Hey, Cam shows it to you.
He fed him a fastball on that last pitch, John, and then locked him up with movement to finish him off.
But did he ever? That was a great sequence. Show him the heat and then drop one right in on him the next pitch.
Ciafrone is the batter now. 0 for 3 to this point. 0-1 count as that started off with a strike. He delivers. Taps this one foul to the right. And it's in there. Strike 3 called. That's it.
A tough loss here for this crowd today, but boy, do they see some kind of pitching performance from the visiting team.
And now, what you say we present an award It's our player of the game, Brett Laurie. Wow, was he swinging a hot bat today.
Well, you know, Gary, watching him in batting practice today, you can tell that he was getting locked in, and he proved that in this one with a couple of bombs to provide all the offense this team needed for another solid win. That's how you make a statement.
When you take to the road, Steve, any win will do, but when you get this kind of offense, it's very satisfying.
Well, it also sends a message to your club and to that club that you showed up to play.
This is Gary Thorne with John Kruk and Steve Phillips. Hope you had a great time, as good as we did. Then you're all set. See you next time.